Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. How's everybody doing? I am much, much better. I woke up today and I was like, oh, I feel almost normal for the first time in like almost 2 weeks. Uh, but I don't know. Today it's over. It's done. I kissed my husband for the first time in 2 weeks. So I have just a teeny bit left, but there's nothing. I finally woke up with a dry nose this morning. Thank goodness. So I'm feeling a whole lot better. I slept for the first time all the night through without coughing last night. So yeah, I'm doing well. I hope you guys are experiencing some nice spring weather. Oh, I can't even imagine what you guys have gone through with this winter. It has been snowing in places like California that have never snowed before, and I think they're getting some more too. It's been really, really crazy. So you guys be careful out there. You know, when it snows in places that it doesn't usually, that means people don't know how to drive in the snow or, so just stay out of it. You guys stay out of this winter weather. If you can avoid it, just completely stay out of it. It's the same thing here, because most of the time we have really warm weather. And then when, we get ice and all, people are crazy. They don't know how to drive. They don't know how to do nothing. So right before a storm hits here, the grocery stores are jam-packed because everybody's going to stay at home. So, yeah, they get plenty of food and just wait it out. But we've been having really warm weather here the last, few days and last week. It was very nice, warm. It was nearly 90 degrees a few days, and we got our deck all done, and it's ready for our fire party for the Iranian New Year celebration. It kicks off with the fire party, so we'll have that on March 14th, which is also our anniversary. It is 43 years, I believe. Can you believe it? 43 years. Yeah, a long time. I've been with my husband more than I've ever been with anybody else, my family or my mother or father or anybody. Anyway, it's nice and warm today. It's 76 degrees, but we've had rain for the last 2 days. We've woke up to a wet deck, and it wasn't in the forecast, but it's rained. It's good though because we do need rain. We got to fill up our aquifers here. We were getting pretty dry, so it's all good. I'm going to adjust this just a little bit. Addie Cat's not in here. I shut the door, so she won't be jumping up on the deck here. All right, so I've missed a lot being sick, but I know CPAC happened last week, and they were talking about there were the smallest crowds ever at CPAC, and they were showing pictures of all the different rooms and things, and there was plenty of seating that was left open. There was hardly anybody there. So, all those speakers that they had come and throwing mud at Biden and everything, like Ted Cruz, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Carrie Lake, Matt Gaetz. I think Steve Bannon spoke. The pillow guy was there. Of course, Trump's sons were there and everything. Laura Trump, she spoke. Scott Perry, Jim Jordan, of course, all the ultra MAGA was there. But you know who wasn't there? Ron DeSantis. He wasn't there. Nikki Haley was there. She spoke there. But Ron DeSantis didn't show up at all. So, everybody is expecting him to announce that he's running for president soon. So I wanted to take a look at him and ask Spirit what's going on with him. Is he really going to run, for president? And what I'm hearing from and seeing from Spirit is so funny. I see Ron DeSantis. There's a big old trunk of masks. And he's got one mask on, and he's trying on this mask, and he's trying on that mask. And I just see him like going through all these different masks and trying all these different masks on. I think he's trying to decide which Ron DeSantis will be more receptive to the Republican Party. You know what I mean? He's trying to figure out how what everybody wants to hear, basically. Who do they want him to be? So it's not what he stands for and what he wants. It's who do they want him to be. So, that's he doesn't like failure. He really doesn't like to fail. He's very competitive man. One thing I can say about Ron DeSantis is that one thing I read about anyway, that he's for term limits, which I think are good, and I think we need them. He's says that the representatives should only be able to serve 3 times and senators twice, because they serve a little longer. I think that would be a good thing. I really do. So that's the only good thing I can say about him that I agree with him on. So there's nothing really that I've seen or heard from him that I agree with. But let's pull a few cards and see what Spirit has to say about Ron DeSantis running for office. Okay, so I'm just going to pull 3 cards, y'all. All right. So the first card is the Chariot card. So basically, it looks like to me, it feels like to me, this means he's getting his shit together, basically. And he's very ambitious. He's very determined. But he is a little afraid or intimidated by Trump. He is. Maybe he's, waiting to see what's going to happen with Trump before he announces. The next card is 2 of Wands. So he hasn't completely decided. We know when we get to, there's choices here to run for office. He doesn't want to release the power that he has right now. He's the governor of Florida, and he doesn't want to give up anything that he has in order to lose. He wants it to be a sure thing, basically. He won't announce until he feels like he's got it in the bag, that it's really a sure thing. That's what I feel. Ace of Swords. He's so afraid of failure that I think he's waiting until maybe Trump is indicted. He's just waiting to see something to take the air out of Trump's sails. That's why he didn't go to CPAC and everything, and to just see how CPAC greeted Trump, basically. But I just feel like he's waiting for something to happen to Trump, and then he'll step up and say, yeah, I'm running for office, I'm running for president. But he's very afraid of failure. If he doesn't feel like he's going to be able to win, he won't run, because he wants to be a sure thing. He doesn't do things for nothing. You know what I mean? It takes a lot of time and energy, and he wouldn't do it, on a whim, for sure. Okay, so let's take a look at Nikki Haley. She's been planning this run for a long time. We've been hearing about her for a long, long time. So this is her dream, This is her ultimate dream. What I'm getting is that she's like the Wile E. Coyote. And I'm actually seeing this. She serves up humble pie. She's so careful not to offend any Trumpsters. She's very, very careful. But under that mild manner is a she-wolf. Don't let her fool you. She goes for blood. And she'll take you down if you get in her way. So let's take a look and see how her campaign is doing. Let's see how she's doing. How's Nikki Haley doing? How is she doing? Tell everybody. Okay. So the first one is the King of Swords. This is a leader card for me. So maybe right now she is, in the lead. I don't know. I know that everybody likes Trump better than anybody, but she's definitely one of the potential leaders. And she's smarter than Trump. definitely. And she also has morals and values, and she can speak in coherent sentences. So she might have something on Trump, you know what I mean? And she's very ambitious too, you guys. She feels like she's the right leader for the Republican Party, and there's no stopping her. So that's what I'm getting on that. Let's see. Queen of Pentacles. Things are going very, very well in her campaign. I feel like that she has lots of support, okay? And she has a lot of support from women also, and she's getting the money. That's really, really important. She's getting some heavy financial support too, so that's going to carry her a long way. So she's got a lot of support. People really do like her. Women like her, so that's good. Good for her, anyway. The Magician. This is the last card I pulled on for Nikki Haley, and she is manifesting her dreams, running for president. This is what she really wants to do. Like I said, she's very ambitious. She wants to become the nominee of the Republican Party. But the Magician is kind of a funny card because it allows you to know that you have the full potential to become what your dreams are, that you can manifest your dreams, that you can do this. But it's very, very tricky because the magicians are very tricky. One sleight of the hand changes everything. So there's a lot of things that she has to make decisions about. She'll be doing a lot of speaking, and just one slip of the hand or slip of the tongue, and it can change everything, everything. So she's got a long ways to go, and she's on good footing for now, but we'll see how this continues. So, like I said, it can get a little tricky. She's got a long ways to go. We're going to just end it with the Magician. She's doing well. And I've heard some talking about Mike Pompeo, that he, is going to make a run for presidency. It looks like there's going to be a whole bunch of different people running for the Republican nominee. There's going to be a bunch of them, and there are some that already have already said that they're going to be running, and I'll tell you what their names are. But I'm going to look at Mike Pompeo right now because, he must feel kind of funny running against Trump, right? That's pretty weird. Let's take a look at it and see how it's going for him. He hasn't announced, but the drum is beating, and they're saying that it's just a matter of time before he announces. So let's take a look and see if that's true. What's going on with Mike Pompeo? What can I tell everybody? Okay. So I think he's working on it still. This is Eight of Pentacles. They're still getting it together, working on the campaign. There's so much effort that goes into this before they announce or anything. They've got to get their money straight, basically. There's so much work involved with it. So they're straightening everything out, seeing if they're going to have enough money, enough support to get things started. So he's not there yet. But they are working on getting his campaign together. So yeah, that is true. They're in talks. They're working on it, seeing if the money and the support will be there. And look at this. This is Five of Pentacles. There's not a good feeling about it, So I feel like Mike Pompeo might not feel so great about it. Maybe he likes the idea of it. And who wouldn't want to be president? But there's something that it's not a good feeling. You know what I mean? And also the money might not be there. They may not be able to get the support and the money that they need, because this is a card about being left out in the cold, left behind. So he may just not have enough support to get there and to do it. And also he might not feel so great about it. So, they may want him to run. There's people that are egging him on and telling him he ought to run, he ought to make a run for it. And maybe he just doesn't feel great about his chances, especially since Trump is, you know, the last card that I pulled is Four of Cups in reverse. So I get the feeling that he's gone back and forth on it, like he wants to and he doesn't want to, There are others pushing him and he's not felt good about it. He said, "No, I don't want to do that. I'm not going to run." And then he comes back around, and he says, "Well, maybe I will." You know what I mean? He's not a real ambitious guy, put it that way. And he doesn't have a lot of confidence in himself. So for me, it doesn't look very good, very strong for him. So I don't know. I don't think he has the support that he needs to, even get a campaign together. So we'll see. The next person that we want to take a look at is Steve Laffy. He is a former mayor of Cranston, Rhode Island, and he's thrown his hat in the ring too. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. I've never heard of him before, but he is running. So let's take a look at him and see how his campaign's going, how he's doing. There's a bunch of people. There is a bunch of people. And you know what? There's going to be more. There are going to be more that are going to be putting their hat in the ring. And just think, if Trump is indicted, we'll have an avalanche of people. There are some people that are afraid of Trump, and they just won't run against him because they're afraid of him. But we'll see. We'll see. Got my little kitty cat, little Fraser, that little orange cat. He's getting big. He's asleep right here next to me. He's getting to be a big boy. He's a little stinker, too. He likes to wake us up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I told my husband we're going to have to start shutting our door. He doesn't do it to my daughter. That's their cat. He does it to us. I think he thinks, we're his parents. He stays in my room all the time. He's a very sweet cat, though. Steve Laffy. Steve Laffy. Okay. This is so weird. So I got the same card, pulled the same card. Eight of Pentacles again. So this is about working on your campaign, getting things all together. They're still doing that. They're still looking for financial support for the campaign. So it's a struggle. They're just struggling. They're struggling to find support financially, but they're trying to get it together. Six of Swords. It's not been easy. It's real. They've had a very difficult start. I think this is what this is telling us, and they have struggled to find support. It doesn't have that name recognition. So, but I feel like the campaign it's gotten a little bit stronger. They're going through a difficult time, but it'll smooth out a little bit. So they're finding their footing. Put it that way. All right. So it's been a struggle though. It's not been easy. I mean, I haven't even heard of him, so it can't be that easy. Two of Cups. This is about him finding what he needs. So he needs a partner to help him to get his name out there, to garner more support. I feel like this is an organization that steps up, that helps him, that gives him the support that he needs. And, it's like, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. They'll want something in return for sure. But it'll help him stay in the race for a little while longer. I don't know, without name recognition, I don't feel like that he'll last that long. He may be one of the first ones to go, but he's getting a little bit of a boost right now to help him stick with it. All right, so there is another person that's put their hat in the ring, and that's Vivek Ramaswamy. I think that's how you say his name. He's also running for president. So we have two American Indian. That didn't sound right, did it? Indian American, not American Indian. Indian Americans that are running for president. So we have two of them now. That's interesting. but they're all born here, so they are Americans, but their heritage is from India. Let's take a look at him. Vivek, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Am I saying that right? All my Indian friends, Vivek Ramaswamy. Okay, let's get some cards for him. You know, this is really strange. I feel his campaign is being watched very closely. And very closely meaning I feel like there's somebody that is there reporting on his campaign. So like a spy in the midst of his campaign. I think these are Trump loyalists. And Vivek is very charming, very well spoken. He's young, he's smart, he's a threat. He's very dynamic, and he's very likable. So, you know, he's a threat, basically, and they're going to do anything they can to sabotage him, put it that way. So I pulled a few cards here. Let's see. Let's see. All things considered, it's feeling great. It feels good. His campaign's off to a good start. He feels good about it. There's, you know, if the sun is shining, everything's fine. It's good. He feels like he's where he's supposed to be. He's doing what he should. He's very confident, and he feels really good about his chances. So, but here we go. Five of Wands. There's a lot of conflict around him. So I don't know what this is. I don't know who this man is. I've never seen him. I have never even seen him speak or anything, but there's lots of conflict around him. This also is a lot of competition around him too. But I do feel like it's conflict. There's something, I don't know, maybe the spies are going to, you know, divulge something going on in his campaign and cause a lot of conflict. But because there's a lot of, maybe that's what's going on right now in the campaign. Maybe there's a lot of conflict going on right now in the campaign, and him having some kind of spy in the midst is making it even worse, because they'll be able to leak out, you know, the conflicts, the problems that they're having internally, and so that's not good for the campaign. So there's a lot of things going on with him right now. I feel like he has some troubles going on, and this is Four of Swords. This can be an indication that maybe his health isn't doing so well, that he needs to really be careful and, you know, take it easy. Even though he's young and dynamic and smart, you know, it takes a toll. Having a campaign running for president takes a toll on your health. And plus, he's going through lots of conflict, so that's a lot of stress, and he needs to be careful. He really does. That makes me worried for him, that he just needs to, you know, not let the stress get to him. I don't know how you do that when you're running for something as important as President of the United States. Well, he's running for the nominee right now of the Republican Party, but it looks like to me it can be very stressful and difficult for him. So he may look very young and dynamic and strong, but just like everybody else, you know, stress can get to you. So I hope that he takes good care of himself, and that's what he needs to do. He needs to step back. You know, when you're feeling stressed out and you're going through a lot of difficulties, you need to take care of yourself, take time out, take a step back, take a breather, and that's what he should do. If I could just talk to him and say, hey, dude, you need to, you know, you need to take a step back, take a time out, take a breather, because no matter what, we're all people, we're all human beings, and we wouldn't want another person to, you know, end up having a heart attack or something like that. So that would be, you know, what I would tell him. Please take care of yourself. So yeah, it's very stressful. It's gonna be a lot more stressful than he thinks. Put it that way. He's feeling really good now, is going to be really stressed out in the end. But yeah, I don't think it's going as, it's not going to go as smooth as he would hope it would. Put it that way. Okay. All right, guys. So another thing, I saw that Marianne Williamson is running for president too against Biden. And he hasn't even said that he's going to run for office or not. He hasn't indicated that. I'll do another reading on Biden and the Democrats later on. So we're going to just do Republicans right now. But I just wanted to say that usually nobody will run against the president, if he's going to serve another term or go for another term. Nobody really runs. I love her, though. I really love her. She would make an excellent president, I think. I would love to see somebody like her in office and see how she handles everything, because she would bring such a different perspective to the office, and that would be so refreshing and so wonderful to find, to have a woman with her perspective in office. It would be excellent. But, we'll take Biden. If he's going to run again, we'll take him. He is an elderly president, and like I said, I'll read on him later on and see how he's doing. But anyway, I just wanted to tell you guys I'm back. I'm working. I'm doing fine. Not sick anymore and doing well. My family's doing well. My husband didn't get my cold. Thank goodness. I stayed away from him, and he was able to, knock on wood, I don't tell you the next time, oh, Johnny's sick. You know what? I unplugged my microphone. I don't know when I did that. Sometimes I move my laptop around and I unplug the microphone. Anyway, so I hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for following along and listening to me. If you'd like to get a reading with me, please look down below and look me up. There's my email. If you'd like a chakra balancing, grounding, I'm still doing my grounding. Or if you'd like to be put on a healing session, I'm happy to do that too. Never charge for the healing sessions. But if you would like a chakra balancing with it, or you need some energy work done in your home, you feel like things are a little bit off, we can work on that, okay? And I am still doing my grounding. It's rained 2 days in a row, so I haven't been outside sitting on wet grass for sure. I haven't been able to do it for 2 days. But I'm ordering me a grounding mat so that we can sleep on a grounding mat. It's I don't know if you guys have one. They're called earthing mats or grounding mats, and you can get one from Amazon. And it plugs into the grounding. You have 3 prongs and your outlet, and that little middle one is the grounding one, so it just plugs into the grounding. So you plug it in, and it goes at your feet, so at the foot of your bed. You can do a whole big mat, I guess, but you don't really need to. You can just put that, make sure you're laying your skin on it. I don't think it would really matter your legs or your thighs or your skin, whatever is comfortable to you, closest to the outlet probably, But I've ordered mine, and I'm going to get it, and I'm going to let y'all know how it's doing. I try to get Johnny to go outside and do grounding with me and sit on the grass, and he won't do it because he's a stinker. And he's sitting out on the deck under the umbrella, and I'm sitting on the grass outside the deck. I'm like, come here with me, come here. And he's like, no. He won't do it. But each his own, right? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink it. Anyway, I'm ordering him a mat too, so he's gonna get grounded whether he likes it or not. So I'll let y'all know how it works out, okay? All right, guys, love y'all so much. Thank you for all your comments. I do read them all. Thank you so much, because they come to my email, so I do read them. I read them, and I might not be able to comment on all of them because I'm reading them through my email. But just know that I appreciate them so much. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll try to answer them. If there's anybody you'd like me to read on or anything you'd like me to read on, please leave it in the comments below. And bye for now. Do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you. Love you guys.